by the name of Habakkuk. I noticed some of you just panicked when I said that. Please turn all the way to the end of the New Old Testament, Malachi.
Yes.
When you get to Malachi, just start working backwards. Amen. Work backwards. You'll see Zechariah, right? And then after you see Zechariah, you'll see Haggai. Slow down, because you'll see Zephaniah. And then you'll hit Habakkuk. You got it?
It's not in there.
Bless the Lord. See, Pastor's going to help y'all today. Bless the Lord. You're so welcome. We love you. We got you. That's a little book. It's only got 3 chapters, but it's a mighty prophet. Understand that when we talk about the minor prophets in Scripture, we're not talking about minor in status. We're talking about minor in the size of that which they have written.
Yes.
So the minor prophets are usually conveniently located at the rear of the Old Testament in the Hebrew, the Tanakh. And you'll find this amazing and awesome prophet by the name of Habakkuk. We will be reading from him today. And while some of you are still turning, we want to just take a few moments to welcome all of our visitors. Thank you so much for coming and worshiping with us this morning. We're so glad that you are here. To all of our online viewers, we thank God for your lives, and we pray that you are blessed as you join in our worship service wherever you are watching in the world. And then for those of you who are FBC family, we're so glad that you took time to come to worship the God of our salvation on today. That on this Sunday morning, you didn't think anything else was more important in your life than to pull into the parking lot of 56 Orchard Street in Roslyn Heights, New York, at FBC Roslyn, because FBC is changing my lifestyle. Amen. Bless the Lord. If you have the book of Habakkuk, I would like for you to please turn to the 3rd chapter. We will be reading verses 16 through 19. Verses 16 through 19. Anybody know somebody who's going through something on today? If you don't know anybody who's going through something, we're going to prepare you for when they do go through something, you'll be able to help them. If they have a relationship with God, it makes it easier. You don't have to start from scratch when you have a relationship with God. Do you have it? Habakkuk 3, 16 through 19. If you have it, say amen. Amen. And let us read the word of Almighty God together. It says, when I heard, my belly trembled, my lips quivered at the voice. Rottenness entered into my bones, and I trembled in myself, that I might rest in the day of trouble. When he cometh up unto the people, he will invade them with his shoes. Although the fig tree shall not blossom, y'all can hear, neither shall fruit be in the vines. The labor of the hours shall fail, and the fields shall yield no meat. The flock shall be cut off from the fold, and there shall be no herd in the stalls. Yet will I rejoice in the Lord. I will joy in the God of my salvation. Hallelujah. The Lord God is my strength, and he will make my feet like hinds' feet, and he will make me to walk upon my high places, to the chief singer on my string instruments. Turn to somebody and say, it's a hard thing. It's a hard thing. Oh, they don't believe you. Turn to somebody else. I ain't here for no other reason. It's a hard thing. Glory, it's a hard thing. That's why I'm here. It's a hard thing. Eternal, all wise, and everlasting God, our Father, Lord, we bless your name on today. We thank you, Holy Father, because if nothing else, our hearts are inclined towards you. We're so grateful for the Word of God, because every once in a while, when it's appropriate, the Spirit of the living God gives us an encouragement in the Scriptures that no man can do, no woman can do, no person can do, no cousin, no uncle, no aunt, no grandmother, no mother, no grandfather. This type of blessing, this type of encouragement, this type of love, this type of strength, this type of peace, this type of joy, this type can only come from one place, and that is the God of our salvation. You want to take it, come on out here. Yes, you want to take it. Glory to your name. So we thank you once again. We pray, Holy Father, that in this moment, I know that I have been chosen to stand beside this sacred desk, but I know that in standing I am filled with flaws and shortcomings, and that there is no reason why you should use me for your glory. In fact, there are probably people who are way more qualified to break the text down than myself. But I pray, Spirit of the living God, that you will look past my faults and that you will see my needs. And I need in this moment to give you all the glory that is due your name, because you have indeed been an awesome God, and nothing can ever repay that. What shall I render unto the Lord for all of his benefits towards me? I will give him a sacrifice of praise. And we praise you right now. In Jesus Christ's name. Amen. As you see, it is important that we see this scriptural verse, as other theologians see it, which is one of the most powerful confessions of faith amongst the prophets. In fact, it is such a powerful one because it differentiates between the carnal heart and the circumcised heart that is designed to worship God. It is a statement that whether you know it or not will assess whether you love God because of the state of your stuff, or whether you love God because of your physical possessions, or whether you love God because of the relationship that you have established with him. Because to be a true worshiper of God, you have to have a readiness to worship God even when everything around you is gone and you're left only with God. To be a true worshiper of God, you need to understand and ask yourself the question, is God enough for you? Are you satisfied with just God? If I lose it all, is God enough for me? Or am I dissatisfied with the fact that I desire more, but I don't have it? It's so easy to find a happy place in worship when everything is good. Not impressed by people who can jump and shout when everything is going well in their life. I'm not really lit when I see that you got it all together in your home and all together in your family and all together with your little perfect children and got your little nice car and your beautiful little house and everything is going your way. But I truly hope and pray that we aren't here today because of the abundance or the security of our little creature comforts. I hope that stuff and materialistic things is not the genesis of our joy. It's not the reason why we love him. It's not the reason why we rejoice. It's not the reason why we worship. It's not the reason why we praise. Because I submit to you that when the bed is comfy, and when the night's sleep was cozy, and when the house is warm and the shower is hot, and when the clothes are available and they laid out the night before because you have so much to choose from, when all the bills are paid and your mind is right and the relationships around us are good, when the car starts, and God bless you if you even have a car, it's easy to give God glory. It's easy to give God praise. Or it should be easy to lift him up. It's difficult even for us sometimes who don't have all of those things in place right now to look at somebody who does, and I got my hands lifted and I got my eyes lifted and I'm giving them glory knowing that my situation is dire and in a minute I could be destroyed, and you got everything you could possibly want, desire, and more, and yet you can't even stand up, clap, or open up your mouth to get the God provided all of that to you in good. Really want to be a worshiper. We need to know how you'll respond when your bank account is empty. Yes. How is your worship when you don't have nothing? What is the glory of the Lord in your life like when nobody's speaking to you? How do you come into the house of the Lord? What is your countenance when you know that everything at home has gone absolutely crazy? Do you still have a desire to bless God? Do you still have a desire to praise Him? Do you still have a desire to praise Him? Do you still have a desire to lift Him up? Do you still have a desire to that are in the struggle right now. And don't think that because we came fresh out the dry cleaners, that ain't stuff going on in our life. Don't think that because we're wearing a certain color that our lives are literally on the verge of falling apart and things are falling down around us even as we are sitting in the house of the Lord worshiping right now. Don't think that we don't have our own issues, concerns, and problems. Don't think that we're doing good simply because we are here and our hands are lifted up. The only thing you are witnessing is that my situation does not dictate my Habakkuk was troubled by the sins he saw in Judah. In the middle of a religious revival, he's still seeing people sin. And God showed this powerful minor prophet that he was about to rain judgment and bring the Babylonians down on the children of Judah as a punishment. But when he said he was going to do it to Habakkuk, Habakkuk raised another question. How can a holy God use a wicked people as a tool? How can a holy God use calamity as a tool? How can a holy God use destruction as a tool? I don't know the journey that you have been on, but in my own experience, sometimes my prayer life goes to a whole new level when things in my life ain't exactly the way they're supposed to be. I don't know what the prayer life is like, but sometimes when things go left, I really learn how to go down on my knees and pray. Anybody know how to pray when it ain't right? Lord, I know how to pray that please have mercy on my rotten soul. We need to know that we should say to the Lord, I love you so much. God, I love you so much that whatever calamity may befall me, my love for you is not negotiable. My love for God, no matter what's going on in my situation, is not negotiable. when trouble comes. Y'all want to know? There's a secret to survive when trouble comes. From this particular passage, and I pray that you take some time to meditate on it, we can conclude that this song, or this song, has given rise to the speculation that Habakkuk may have been a Levite. He may have been skilled in leading worship, which means that he knew something about his relationship with God. But the thing that I love most about this particular minor prophet and this particular text is that he is helping us to realize that before you can be a worshiper, before you can give God glory, before you can give him honor, before you can give him praise, before you can magnify him, before you can extol him, you better have worked out all your doubt issues concerning whether or not he is the true and the living God. You better know of an assurance that no matter what's going on in my life, I can doubt it out, survive, doubt it out, come out, doubt it out, let it be happy, doubt it out, let it find a day, doubt it out, let it be a move, but I will never doubt that God is the true and the living God. I will never doubt that God is real. I will never doubt who he is. I will never doubt his power. I will never doubt his authority. I will never doubt his majesty. I will never doubt his glory. I will never doubt God. Even in my life, I have to be honest. I doubted whether people will continue to go with me, but I didn't doubt whether or not I would love God at the end of it all. I doubted whether people are, but I'm not leaving God. Work out on your doubt issues before you decide to be a worshiper, because if not, your worship will be contingent upon what's going on in your situation. See, the way worshipers are developed is we have been crushed and refined in the fire to love the Lord no matter what's happening around us. There could be all types of destruction. There could be all types of fire. There could be all types of things going on all around us. And then in the middle of it, and we can't even express to you why, instead of feeling like I was about to be consumed and maybe even destroyed, something on the inside of my soul. This is going to be all right. This is going to work out in my favor. Somehow, some way, I know God is going to work this out in my favor. And I can't see it, but I'm just crazy enough to believe that the same God that walked me down through the years is going to bless me right now. And I'm going to lean on him in the middle of it. Oh, I feel like I'm on my foot. This scripture is referred to as the fruit of faith. It talks about, at the top, he says, when the people who invade us, he's referring to the Chaldeans who invaded Judah in 605 BC, right after Nebuchadnezzar defeated Egypt at the Battle of Carchemish, and yet they were coming down to rain judgment on Judah. And as they were coming down, he was aware from God that this was going to be something that was going to be used for these people so that they would come back to worshiping him. Because sometimes until people get in a battle, they won't worship God. Until everything goes crazy, your worship is lackluster. Until you lose everything, you don't really have a praise. Until you ain't got nothing left. See, there are some people whose pride has made them puffed up. I can't shout with a Mercedes-Benz outside. Can't sweat out this pride. I can't worship with this wig. I black women all my life. Y'all don't go to the gym because we're trying to sweat out the egg. No, not the way my edges are set. I still so I can't fix that. I can't really shout and get loose with these heels on. I can't run the way this tie is set up. I can't do it. And I see see that a lot in ministry. I see that a lot across the kingdom of God. And what really grieves me is basically what you're saying is the more the Lord blesses me, the less I will be able to lose myself, to be able to praise Him for that which He has done, that I never should have received in the first place. But here's what the people who are dressed really nice don't realize. Is you better give God glory, because here's what you don't want to happen. Because there's a few of us that had a car last week that don't have a car this week. There's a few of us that had a relationship before Valentine's Day. Oh, y'all don't hear me up there. That don't have a relationship after Valentine's Day. There's a few of us that were doing good last week that ain't doing so good this week. There's a few of us that had a job last year that don't have a good job this year. There's a few of us that used to have a lot of money in the bank that don't have much money in the bank right now. But what I have realized is when I lose everything, that means I really have nothing to lose. Meaning, I don't care what you or anybody in my pew thinks, because I have nothing to lose, so I can trust you over already. The prophet speaks in verse 16. When he heard what the Lord was about to do, he said, my belly trembled. My lips quivered at the voice of God. Rottenness entered into my bones, and I trembled in myself that I might rest in the day. I need to rest in the day of trouble. Anybody know that when you got God on your side, you can rest in the day of trouble? See, that's what confuses the enemy. Because there's a strategy to this thing called spiritual warfare. There are too many people in warfare, but it ain't spiritual. There's no strategy involved. But the strategy for someone in spiritual warfare is to let the Lord fight your battle. It looks absolutely crazy. To the uncircumcised heart, the strategy that God has told us to employ looks nuts. So you trying to tell me that when everything is coming against you, you're simply supposed to stand still, know that He is God, and then lift up your eyes unto the hills from which cometh your help, and you really believe that God is going to move on your behalf and stop the enemy from tearing your house up. God, I'm going to tell you that I'm a little wicked, but more than one or two occasions, your pastor has to stand still and lift up his eyes and just say to God, you are still He reads how he was shook. For a moment, he could not see how this was going to work out in his favor. With everything that's going on, and everything that's going left, and all the things against him, and all the troubles, he can't believe that this is going to work in his favor. And it's okay. I was so encouraged when I read that verse, because it helps me to realize that every once in a while when I get in my feelings and I realize that maybe I want to fight, or maybe I need to do something, or maybe I need to say something, or maybe I need to respond, or maybe I need to move in one direction or another, then I need to go back to this text and learn how to be still and trust God. he said he will invade them, not alone, he will invade with his troops. And then he begins to give a description of what it's going to look like and why he trembled. And he said, although the fig tree shall now blossom. Now you have to understand that when he talks about figs and talks about fruit, the entire livelihood of those who were in Israel, their whole agricultural, their whole agricultural system evolved around figs and fruit. That was what made up their existence, their very existence. So what he's saying is, we won't have any food. We won't have any way to sustain ourselves. We won't have any way to keep ourselves. Anybody ever been without food in their life?
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy. Even if you're going to be creative, you got to have something. Because you can't make something. Your text once said, nothing from nothing. Oh, I'm so, y'all might have the same song. The whole agricultural system is about to be decimated and destroyed. The labor of the olive shall fail, and the field shall yield no meat. The flock shall be cut off from the fold, and there shall be no herd in the stable. That's a beautiful understanding of who God is. Because in order to come to this conclusion, you need to know that God is the creator of everything that we enjoy. It amazes me, saints of God, how we leave our homes and drive to the house of the Lord to worship and hear, but we don't realize that there were a lot of things that we drove by that were worshiping God before we got here. You know how many trees you drove by that were waving glory to God? You know how the grass was flowing back and forth when you kept on coming? Don't you know the sun that you enjoyed that illuminated your way here? Don't you know the stars are still in the sky? Don't you realize the clouds that are ready to burst forth with snow or rain or whatever God will give? Don't you understand that the beauty of the things that we drove by to get here to worship God, they were worshiping God all through the night. They're worshiping God even right now. So you can call worshiping God. You should be hooked into the fact that you should worship the Lord as don't let no grass out-worship you. Don't let the trees out-worship you. Don't let the flowers out-worship you. Don't let a cat out-worship you. Don't let a dog out-worship you. Don't let a squirrel out-worship you. Don't let a bird out-worship you. I can open up my mouth and say, Lord, no, it can't happen. It 18 with although, meaning even though or in spite of, and then he lists all these crazy things that are going on. In spite of it, even though, although, he's still going to do it. Still going to let him. Still going to let him. In spite of it all. I'm going to give him even those things. All those things. Then at 18 he hits him with yet I will rejoice in the Lord. I will joy in the God of my salvation. See, what we must understand is there's a difference between joy and rejoice. There's a difference between joy and rejoice. Joy is an emotion, it's a feeling. I have joy, it's a feeling. But rejoicing is an action. And it's an action based on the feeling. So as soon as I feel joy, then you want to rejoice. If God has done anything to give you joy, then the next response is to rejoice. So if I have the joy of my salvation, I will rejoice in the Lord. I can find no rejoicing in the devil. And some people have been with God in the Lord. I will rejoice. I will rejoice in the Lord. Finally, at 19, the final verse, it says, the Lord God is my strength. And he will make my feet like hinds feet. And he will make me to walk upon mine high places. And then he says that this is a song to God by saying, this is given to the chief singer on my string instruments. That is the most powerful verse out of all four of them. I'll explain why. Do you see where it says, the Lord is my strength? Yes. Do you see the part where he says that he will make my feet like hinds feet? Yes. What he's really referring to is when you see a goat and you see a deer ascending up a mountain, especially in this particular area and terrain, it's usually exceptionally dangerous. When me and my wife went to Israel, they put us in this bus to take us from Tel Aviv to, I believe, maybe we were going down to Jerusalem, I'm not sure. And the bus is going along this cliff. And when I tell you the tires on the left-hand side of the bus was this far onto the cliff, there ain't no rail. Or y'all don't hear me, they don't have that kind of safety. The bus is making turns and going up the mountain, and as it goes, you're seeing rocks fall off. I don't know how many rocks can fall off as many times as these buses have gone up these cliffs. And the only thing that's going through my mind is we're going to fall. But Jerusalem seems like a good place to go. If you gotta go to Jerusalem. I wasn't really that calm, but I'm going to tell y'all that I was, simply because you weren't there. So you But when he says he will make his feet like hinds feet, he's actually talking about how the deer and those who ascend up this mountain, even as they're going up, they are treading on the edge of destruction, and yet because they haven't fallen off, they're blessed. Y'all need to understand what I'm telling you. There's an inherent tension in this Christian journey where one false step will completely destroy us and everything that we have. However, I still must keep going up because I have instructions from God. I can't stand still because the Bible declares that God has not given us a spirit of fear. And I can't go back because he who pushes to the plow and looks back is not. So I can't go back. I can't stay still. I gotta go up. But if I gotta go up, and I'm not sure whether I'm going to fall off, I have to trust that the Lord is going to keep me in a place that's safe while I'm going up. And that tension is our faith in God realized in this verse. I said all that to say that I don't know what's going on in your life or what you're involved in that you think may destroy you, but if you hold on to the Lord as your strength, no matter how he leads you up that hill, you will not fall off, you will not be destroyed, you will not be consumed, you will be destroyed as you are heading up to the high places that God has designed for you to go to. In the name of Jesus. I'm going to end with this. What does all this mean, Pastor? What does saw this need that Habakkuk, this very small minor prophet at the end of the Old Testament, where in the 3 chapters that's given, you give these 5 verses that speak about even though, although, and yet. It means that it's a hard thing. And if I could break this whole message down into one clear statement, it's a hard thing, meaning this, that the reason why I come to the house of the Lord, the reason why I worship God, the reason why I give him glory, is not because of my stuff, it's not because of my circumstances, it's not because of my situation, it's not because of my relationship, it's not because of my clothes, it's not because of my job, it's not because of that car, it's not because of where I live, it's not because of what I do, it's not because of my education, it's not because of my background, it's not because of my family, it's not because I love God. It's a heart. I love you. God bless you. Pastor Victor J. Lewis of the Friendship Baptist Church of Roslyn here to thank you so much for joining us for this worship and word experience. It is our prayer that you were blessed by the message. You can feel free to join us on Sundays at 12 p.m. or Wednesdays at 7:15 p.m. If you desire any information about our ministry, we invite you to go join us on FBCRoslyn.org.